I would just like to thank all the women who are coming forward and supporting Lindsay Clancy. Because first of all, that but also there's nothing stronger than when women get together and support each other. And I love it. All day, every day, therapist, mother, maid, nymph, and a virgin, nurse, and a servant, just an appendage, lift to attendant.
Completely overwhelmed, trying to take care of the kids. I'm drowning every day. I feel guilty that I'm spending my family's money and not making any. I feel like I spend way too much. She wrote that, right?
Correct. Lindsay Clancy supporters have completely lost their minds. They are so desperate to help her avoid responsibility that hurting children has somehow become a trend. Now, women are filming themselves screaming beside their babies, throwing ice into bathtubs, having fake rage attacks, and letting their children cry while the camera keeps recording. Then they call it postpartum rage and expect everyone to support them.
Did you hear about the thousands of women who are showing support for Lindsay Clancy, a mom who strangled her 3 kids to death in Massachusetts?
My new vetting process for if I want to date a man, first date question I'm always going to be asking him is, do you think that Lindsay Clancy should go to jail for what she did? And if that man says yes, I'm getting up and walking out right then and there. I cannot spend the rest of my life with someone who thinks that that woman is guilty and deserves jail.
On January 24th, 2023, this Massachusetts mother by the name of Lindsay Clancy sent her husband out of the house to pick up takeout and medication. While he was gone, she used exercise bands to strangle her 3 young children. Cora was age 5, Dawson age 3, and the baby Callan was just 8 months old. Then she proceeded to cut her wrist and neck and jumped from a second-story window in a suicide attempt that left her paralyzed from the waist down. She admits she did it. Her lawyers admit she did it. Nobody is disputing the act. But when she was brought to court, she did not accept responsibility, guys. She did not say, oh, I did something unforgivable and I will take the consequences. Instead, she claimed she was not guilty by reason of insanity, specifically postpartum psychosis. She wants the system to decide that she was so far gone that she cannot be held criminally responsible. And if that defense succeeds, she wouldn't go to spend the rest of her life in prison. A reasonable person who truly loved her children might have accepted whatever the jury decided as a form of atonement. At least, that should have been the bare minimum for extinguishing the life of her 3 innocent children who were just under the age of 6. But this woman is fighting for the outcome that keeps her out of a prison cell. That alone is disturbing enough. But guys, that is not the only disturbing thing about this case. What I find also disturbing is the reaction of Western women regarding this case. Thousands of women have turned Lindsay Clancy into a cause. They have raised over $1 million for her parents. They are gathering outside of the courthouse in pink, holding signs, treating her like a martyr for modern motherhood. And on TikTok, the content is even darker. Women are filming themselves in distress, crying, screaming, throwing things, hitting pillows against the wall, while their toddlers, their actual babies, are right there in the frame of their videos with captions reading, "Same Lindsay. It could have been me. Me too, Lindsay. I am Lindsay. Take a look."
I'm completely overwhelmed, trying to take care of the kids. I'm drowning every day. I feel guilty that I'm spending my family's money and not making any. I feel like I spend way too much. She wrote that, right?
Correct.
I'm terrified of Callan getting sick. He's a sick baby. A sick baby is miserable. He's sick now with a double ear infection. Clearly has a bellyache. It's miserable. I feel like the other kids are going to get him sick all winter long. She wrote that, right?
Correct.
I always feel strongly against sleep training. I feel like it's abusive to let the baby cry and not respond, but I made the decision. I did it with Cal. It is way too much crying. It's incredibly stressful. She wrote that, right?
Correct.
He's okay. He will be okay. It's not harmful in any way. The doctor said it was okay.
It's been touch and go with this Lindsay Clancy stuff. But I just heard some testimony from the lawyer about things that she wrote in a diary, and it's so terrifying because those are all things that I've said or thought or written at some time, and I just want to I want to scream from the rooftops.
If she's found guilty and criminally responsible, ladies, we ride at dawn. I hope you're ready for the next wave of feminism, because collectively, we will all be pissed enough to make that happen, okay? I'll be ready to fight every man within a 10-kilometer radius, okay?
Me too, Lindsay. You two what exactly? You two what? Are these women trying to say that they too could have killed their children? That the only difference between them and Lindsay Clancy is that they did not act on it? That they support a woman who took the lives of her 3 little children because they can relate to her depression? This is unbelievable. Now guys, I love children, especially children related to me. That is my little nephews and nieces or my little cousins. I love them with everything in me, right? But I still understand that I am not a mother yet. I do not know what it feels like to carry and birth and raise my own children. So maybe some of you will say that I do not have any right to speak on this issue, that I don't understand the darkness of postpartum, and that is fine. But I also predicted that coming, and that was why I decided to have a conversation about this with my mother. Now, my mom is a bona fide African woman, and that means that she is a very traditional wife through and through. The real traditional wife, okay? Not the social media, carefully curated and carefully edited traditional wife. That is not what I mean. I mean the traditional wife in the real sense of the word. Because in traditional African culture, the man provides for the family. He protects the family. And then the woman takes care of the home and raises the children, often with very little help on day-to-day basis. Now, my parents had 5 of us, okay? And while my dad is a very great, intelligent, very wonderful father and a husband who provided and protected for his family, he couldn't clean or cook to save his life. So my mom did most of the domestic heavy lifting, plus taking care of us kids, right? She raised us through every stress, every exhaustion, every difficult season. So I thought she was in a good position to hear from regarding this issue. So I asked her point blank. I said, Mom, during your hardest postpartum periods, did you ever fantasize about harming or killing any of us, your children? You should have seen the look on her face. She was shocked. She was horrified by that question. She said, Dofiakwa. That means God forbid. And then she told me something that should be obvious to every human being with a functioning conscience. Every hard moment, every sleepless night, every wave of overwhelm that she might have felt during that time she was raising us, the reality of looking at her children and knowing that her children were healthy, safe, and thriving, that was her strength, not the thought of ending them. So my mother does not understand Lindsay Clancy. She does not relate to her, neither do I. And we would not pretend that what this woman did was even normal or even forgivable. So these women who are filming these same Lindsay videos with your living children in the background, what exactly are you saying? That you could have done the same to your kid? That you support a mother who did that to her babies? That Lindsay Clancy is somehow a hero or a victim of a system that failed her more than the 3 children she left dead in the basement? Let me remind this woman about something very important. The internet is forever. and the internet doesn't forget. Lindsay Clancy's story will live forever, yes, but so will your videos. Your children are going to grow up and they're going to find these clips and they will watch their own mother on camera holding them or standing near them while she tells the world that she could have been Lindsay Clancy, that she relates to a woman who killed 3 kids the same ages as them, that she donated, that she marched, and that she cried, "Me too," for this woman. How do you explain that to a child who looks like Cora or Dawson or Callan? What these women are doing is creating a permanent record that says, yes, I thought about doing the same thing this woman did, and I stand with her because at least she had the courage to do it. The world has indeed gone insane when the default response to a mother strangling her toddler is not horror, it is not accountability, but it is solidarity and fundraising for her. Of course, I know that mental illness is real. Postpartum psychosis is also very real and very devastating. But the moment we start treating the deliberate killing of children as something that deserves heart shapes, solidarity, or $1 million donations and videos supporting it, then we have lost the plot completely. These 3 children are dead. They will never grow up. They will never speak. They will never make their own videos. And instead of centering them, these women on the internet are centering the woman who took their lives. I really think that these women should choose carefully what they put on the internet with their children's faces in the frame, because one day their children are going to watch these videos they are creating and they're going to ask them what same Lindsay really means. But as always, guys, these are my thoughts and my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or buy me a coffee if you can, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.